Welcome back to the Scorpio channel, and welcome if you're new to the channel. My name is Laura. I'm going to do a general message for Scorpio. All right, know that energy is fluid, so roles could be reversed. Interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel, I look at everything, but I specialize in looking at the spiritual blocks and shadows and see how they play out as karmic themes within your experiences. That's important to know because a lot of times it feels has a little bit of a therapy vibe. And the reason why is because karmic relationships is not just about yes or no. A lot of times when we've been in relationships that hurt us, we then have baggage, right? We've all heard the term baggage. Well, baggage is what? Baggage is psychological and emotional blocks. And those blocks were created from relationships that made us feel bad about ourselves, that made us feel not good about ourselves, where we gave 100% and that person might have left us, might have abused us in some way. And so we walk away from that relationship, or the relationship ends and the person walks away from us, and we have this baggage. And so without integrating the spiritual lesson, you don't heal. And so a lot of times we attract people that has not done any healing. And so they project a lot of their stuff onto us. And so what happens is the trauma that you endure winds up creating literally a spiritual block that you become, like, it changes your energy vibration. You attract more situations that have that type of energy to it. So if you felt victimized in a relationship where you gave 100% and the person like betrayed you for no reason, then what happens is you don't realize it, but because of that experience, you're now paranoid. You're now compensating due to that trauma. So again, what happens is that we get out of those situations and we still have that behaviorism. So what helped us to survive, whether it's psychologically, emotionally, physical, now becomes a block, now becomes an obstacle that makes it difficult for us to manifest the life experiences that we want, actually keeps us bound to that trauma. And to be bound to that trauma, a lot of times by being connected to a karmic mate, whether that's a trauma bond, again, past life karmic mate, which again, here's this person that there's so much love and there's passion, but again, they don't act like it a lot of times. A lot of times they trigger us and we trigger them, and there's karmic experiences that play out that again are what keeps us stuck in the perception because again of what we've manifested. So again, relationships that are karmic, like, it's never just a yes or no. It's always about creating balance. And what happens is that you're realizing that you're spiritually blocked, and those spiritual blocks are creating imbalances, not just your spiritual blocks, but your person's. So you can have someone that really loves you, and you really love them, but you don't get along. You keep triggering each other. And so again, learning how you contribute to the undesirable experiences doesn't just help you change so that you get a different outcome within your relationship, but you get to see yourself differently. That's very healing. You change the entire dynamic of the relationship. You change everything. This is why I always remind people that there's many different realities that play out at one time. Your level of consciousness always is going to depend on really what you've gone through, how much trauma you've gone through, and whether or not you have integrated those traumas. Integrating trauma is just transmuting it into unconditional love. See, when we're in a place of jealousy, that means we're coming from a place of lack. If we're coming from a place of feeling not safe, then again, that's also out of alignment. Anything that's keeping you stuck in a lower vibration always needs to be transmuted to the highest energy, which is unconditional love. And this is not a process that is really even conscious. It's not even a process that we can manipulate. It's always one where the divine gets involved to help us heal the universe. And the universe will always bring you people, situations, and experiences that will help you change your mind and your heart. So even though I say karma, and you may associate karma with bad, remember, karma is learned. You always have the power to create the experiences that you want. If you're not experiencing them, you have to investigate what your blocks are. And don't worry, you will have an opportunity again somewhere down the line to have that spiritual lesson again. Because in the Bible, it says what we resist persists, that it keeps happening until you heal it. And then even when you heal it, it will happen. But the emotional charge of anxiety and nervousness is gone. You are no longer obsessive and triggered by the experience because you learned, you know what to do. Is you see yourself differently. You're coming from a place of strength instead of a place of fear. Okay, so just to, like a little tidbit to explain, I don't know why I'm always called to explain a little bit about the channel or how it works or about spiritual blocks. I never know why. Spirit tells me what to say. So let's just jump right on in after, again, a 10-minute, whatever that was, channel. We'll see why I channeled that. Maybe it'll play out into the theme of the story that's going to unfold within the cards. There's always a reason. There's always a reason. Again, spiritual energy works like a magnet. All right, let's see. The word of this video and the word that you are going to put in your comment bar if you want to enter into winning free reading with me. By the way, I'm a few weeks behind. Lots going on at home. Please be patient with me. I swear I will get to your video if you're like, I haven't seen you pull anybody. Believe me, I'm a little behind, but I will. I'm just playing catch up. The word of the video is lies and illusions. So I feel like, again, you're connected to somebody that I feel like that when you met them, they lied. They said that they were fully single. I don't really feel like they were 100% fully single. They might have been checked out of the relationship, and it was about to be over, but they weren't fully out. And I feel as if this person, you don't really know who they are because they never let you get that close to them. They don't feel good about themselves. Someone that's in a relationship and then is lying, and then I feel like the person that they were with kind of like hurt their self-esteem. I feel like this person tends to emotionally check out, and so they have a lot of trauma, and they have a lot of trauma not because of what has happened in their relationships. I feel like childhood trauma. And so what happens is that this person never really feels content in a relationship. They never really feel content with themselves. Now, a person that's always creating illusions to make people perceive certain things about themselves, that takes an awful lot of energy. And that takes an awful lot of time, and we only have so much time, energy, focus, and money, and how we create is really through the energy that we put, and that this person continues to create illusions to make people perceive that they're strong, to make themselves perceive that they're very well liked, that they're important. It's very important how this person, like this person needs to feel as if people look up to them, that they need to feel as if they're someone important, someone that has swag, but someone that's important, someone that's, a boss, someone that's they it's so important for them. And I feel like it's because they don't feel good about themselves. So again, I feel like they lied and they continue to lie. And I feel like they've lied not just to you, but to other people. And I think the source of it was that they were just in a toxic relationship for a really long time where they checked out of. And so it meant that they were there, but when they were there, they weren't really there mentally or emotionally. And what you found out is that the whole time that you were with them, they were talking to other people, that they were again running around and talking. So they were with you and they're not. So that here it is with you, you're like, did you lie to me the whole time? Was the whole thing an illusion? And I feel like this person did have feelings for you. But this was more about them not liking who they are. And no one puts that much time and energy into creating illusions unless they want to impress someone. And why do we want to impress someone? Because we like them, but we may not think that they will like us on our own merit. They may again think that are not enough, and that is their issue, not yours. But this is why a person lies. This is why they create illusions. By the way, they're going to say, I'm with somebody in a bad relationship because I stuck around too long, because I'm too afraid of change. I mean, that's really what it is. They stayed stagnant in a relationship. So if you're in a relationship, but you're not really in a relationship, so you're not creating memories. You might create some memories from a long time ago when it used to work in the beginning of the relationship. But again, this person checked out of the relationship a long time ago. In their mind, the relationship was over. They just knew if they said, I'm not 100% out, you would have been like, well, come back when you are. This person didn't think that you would do that. So I feel like they just, were kind of only caring about themselves and being selfish. So the energy is lies and illusions because they lied and they created the illusion. And I feel like now they're not doing anything. I feel like for a long time they pretended that they didn't care on top of it. So not only did they lie about not being out of their relationship, but they acted like they didn't care, like that you didn't mean anything to them. So this is the underlining energy where again that I feel like you're like, oh, was the whole thing a lie? Because that's what you're seeing. That's what they wanted to show you. And that's again how you know that it's a shadow. Yeah, again, they acted like they didn't care. Like that's like again, and that I feel like they wanted you to like confront them and you didn't. I feel like they confronted you, and that's the thing, but they wanted you to confront them. Like that's why they acted like they didn't care. They wanted you to give them energy. They wanted you to chase a little after them. And I feel like you didn't, though I do feel like you're the type of person that does confront, you know, you're not just going to pretend whatever they did was okay. And that's the thing. It's like, I feel like this person sees a way and they act like everything's okay now because they're like, I don't want to be confronted because it's like, I don't even know what I would say. Yeah, that this person like acted like they didn't care, that they were getting attention from a lot of different people. And that's what I said. I feel like when they were with you, they acted like they didn't care. But then here they are, like running around getting this attention. They have to feel important, right? This is hogging the spotlight, needing for attention, where it's again, But what it also says is people love the real you. And what it is that's not the real you. That's a persona of who you want people to perceive you are. So you're really living an empty life. When you think about it, again, this person, they're getting attention from people that you know are insignificant. They're not building an emotional connection with them. They'd have an emotional connection with you, but they're going to pretend that they don't because, hey, they said that they were going to be out of the relationship. They're not out of that relationship. I don't know why. And again, I don't want you to confront me. And I know that you would confront me. So instead, I'm going to create the lies and illusions that everything is okay. And hopefully you'll come back to me, you'll confront me. Eventually, I figured that you would confront me because that's the type of person that you are. You're not the type of person that is going to let anyone walk all over you. You're nobody's dummy. I feel like you didn't say anything. I feel like you're like, I'm not going to say anything to you. I know that it's a lie that you're with this person. I know like you're trying to create an illusion that your life is good and the way your life isn't good. So we're gonna take a peek and see what happened. What happened first and foremost with again this person and the karmic? Let's ask that question first and foremost. It's again, I feel like it's it's more or less like it's this person is more like used of that person, even though they don't have a emotional connection or anything. They're used to like working together in the house. They do things, they have a good partnership, and the partnership is not it's more like we work well together because we've been together for a while. It's familiar, it's comfortable. It's like I don't really know what it would be like to be outside of this. So even though I don't like it, I don't love this person. I don't want to be with this person on a romantic level. I feel like it's almost like we've been together for a long time. It's like, again, it's been together for a long time. And so what happens is that I feel like this couple almost like gets together, like gonna end it. And then they get together, both parties get together with somebody else. And then what happens is they go back together. So it doesn't matter how long, it doesn't matter what happens, it doesn't matter if they go to court 1,000 times, it doesn't matter if they say they're getting a divorce, it doesn't matter. This is a tumultuous relationship where they don't get along, but they work well together. It's familiar. It's almost like a trauma bond where this person's like, I don't want to be with this person. I don't love them, but I trust them. And the irony is that they trust them because I don't know why, because if they were to get out of the relationship, I feel like that would be a problem. So it's more like as long as I stay with this person, it's like I feel safe because they look after me. They look after me. So there's a codependency there because it's like I don't love them. And I don't almost like they would want to compartmentalize their life. Like they tell people all the time that they're ending the relationship and then they're running around with 1,000 other people, not even with this person that's at home. And they say the same thing all the time. And the only reason why it's like it's what's familiar. It's what's familiar. This person thought that they were again going to be able to like, I feel like mentally hold out on you, like thought, well, you're connected to me. I came in fast. I gave you a lot of emotional support. I felt like that was lacking in your life. And again, this person knows And they know because it's not like they were consistent. And any time that they would show up, you would always talk to them. So it's again, most people don't do that unless they really care. So this person's like, oh, you really like care about me. I believe that you're naive. I believe that you don't really see. It's again anything like you, I'll be able to be with you and someone else, even though you might not want that. I'm not really going to look at what you want. I'm going to look at what I want because I don't want to be with the person that I have at home. It's like you're just kind of like my next victim. Because, like I said, this person runs around with a lot of people. They need a lot of attention because they're not getting what they need at home. Maybe like they're not getting what they need at home because that person is berating them and making them feel like shit because they never got what they wanted. They're not happy. They wanted to be in a relationship. And that relationship is not what it was supposed to manifest into. The person feels like emotionally they're not getting shit. And so they're bound together. It's a trauma bond where almost like your person feels responsible for this person. It's almost like brainwashed that they should do it, that they need to do it. So it's like they don't look at anyone else's thing. And we've gotten this reading kind of before. Yeah, like, but the thing is that they love you. There's an emotional thing for you. They have, and it's almost like they're infatuated with you. They have a lot of passion towards you. So it's again, we see it, right? All the energies that this karmic doesn't have. And so that's the thing. It's like, and I'm feeling this, and I have to say, when a person's in a relationship with somebody that they don't love, but they feel bound to them, it's like there's a lot of confusion between, do I love this person because I feel responsible for this person? It's like, but I don't really want to be with this person, but this is all that I know. So there's a lot of all these different emotions and feelings. And then the thing is, this person would have passion with you, but never really emotionally connect to you and kind of keep it like very compartmentalized. And then when you would want more, this person's like, I feel like would yell at you, would make you feel like, how dare you, you know what my situation is, almost like that's like you need to go along with it. Like to have this person along with it because they don't really have feelings for that person. They don't care about this person. They care about you. But meanwhile, you're like, I don't want to be in a relationship where I don't get anything. It's like I don't want to like be in a relationship, and that's the problem. The karmic is with that person and won't leave that person because of the money. So it's almost like for you, they would want to just keep it like that you just it's just a pure relationship. And it's though it's really not fair. And the moment that you say something or you're like, then you get punished. It's like because this person feels like they can't do anything about the karmic, because again, they would have left, but there's a sense that they feel like they can. But I feel like they don't want to like, they won't leave for just anyone. They need to like, it's because status means a lot to this person. So there's something there with the finances. There's something there with the money. And so they again feel like that they are going to leave. They always felt like that they were going to leave. But I feel like something's going to happen during the summer. Again, summer start is like now. So I'm feeling like sometime between now and the end of August, um, you may run into this person because I feel like they've been away from you for a long time, and they've been away from you for a long time because again, like, what am I going to say? But what they see is that you're not coming back. Yeah, they're going to send you a message. They're going to send you a message. They're going to send you a message sometime during the summer because I feel like they think that so much time has passed and they don't really want to lose you either. It's just, I feel like the guilt. I feel like this person never expected to feel guilty. Um, Yeah, like they're going to like again extend themselves. Um, and they're going to tell you how they have been working on themselves, how they've been, trying to figure out a way out of this connection with the karmic. I feel like this person's going to like tell you a lot of things. Um, like, but what it really is that this person feels, I feel like that you're moving on, that it's been a long time, you're not running after them, you didn't confront them. This person expected you to confront them. They expected you to like say something, and then they expected not to care, to be honest with you, because this person runs around with a lot of different people, sleeps with a lot of different people. They again don't form emotional connections. The emotional connection that they have is to the karmic, even though that they don't love the karmic. It's again, it's almost like I'm just used to this. So it's almost like a loyalty. And so where this person's confused is again the unconditional love, where loyalty, obviously, that if the person does, but like is loyal, it's the karmic says, well, then you do love me, but really it's the karmic that's kind of brainwashing this person over and over and over again. You should be here. You should do this for us. And if they have children, you should, you shouldn't do this. This makes you a bad person. You're a horrible person if you leave, if you're, makes this person not feel good about themselves. And so what they're seeing is that they're really not happy, but they do feel responsible for that karmic. It's just, I feel like they know that they need to do something, because if they don't do anything, that you're out of here, you're gone. So again, they feel like it's time to take action. So that's why I said this summer, I feel like they're gonna come back into your life this summer, because they figured that you were gonna come back, and then they wouldn't have to explain themselves. They could just again pretend, because they don't know how much you know and how much you don't know. And so yeah, again, passion, action. Again, that's really what it is. There's this person like has like it's like it's going to be unexpected too when you run into this person, and when they reach out to you, when you get this message from them. It's like, but they are definitely want to talk to you, and they're going to say that they're again leaving their situation. My thing is that it's again, there's a part of them that really doesn't know what they're going to do, and that's the issue. And I feel like it's more of the same. See, like they're suspended, they're in limbo, and they're in limbo because they don't know what to do. It's like, and I feel like you need to like not give this person that much, because they want to see where you are. They know their situation, they're in that situation, and they're not doing anything until they know exactly what you're doing. And so that's why I said they're going to just rush in, but I don't really feel like they're going to do anything. And that there's a sense of wanting to see what you do, and then once they know, like again, then they would start to make the changes in the fall to move out. That's why, again, they're gonna come this summer, and they're gonna come and talk to you to see, again, make those changes, because they really wanted to move out. It's not that they didn't want to move out, but I feel like they came to you prematurely. Then they got confused. It's like they got lured back, and then when I feel like when they got lured back, they were comparing you to that person the whole time. I don't feel like they went into a relationship with that person. I feel like it was more or less like, you're gonna stay here and you're gonna do for the family, you're gonna be here. But like if you're the mom, then you're gonna help raise the children. You're going to stay here. If you were the guy, you're gonna stay here and you're gonna continue to provide. It's like you're not going anywhere. You're not going to go off and live your life right now. That's not going to happen. It's like, and so this person, I feel like got confused, didn't know what they were going to do, doesn't like change, then thought, well, maybe I don't have to change. What I see is that they see that you're not going to change. I'm telling you, and they're prepared to change, but unless you lay down the boundaries, this person would drag you into a relationship, say that they were done with that person and they wouldn't be done with that person because there's a sense that they feel responsible for that person. Yeah, and so but they know that they need to repair this connection, that they need to fix it. They want to fix it. Again, they want to repair it, they want to fix it, they want to heal the connection. They know too much time has passed. It's like, and they never really intended to stay with that person. Is that person, if they're confused. Like I said, they got confused. Yeah, they want the freedom from that person. It's like, and they're gonna take it. It's like, look at that independence of freedom. It's like, they're like, it's not just, listen, will this person like have intentions to be like a full-fledged romance with you? It's like, I don't know how much they're willing to give, but what I do see is they're like, I'm not staying with this person. I'm not staying with the karmic. And it's like, and I would love to meet up with you. I would love to again maybe like date. Um, I'd love to like be able to like spend time. I feel like they need to leave that situation because it's like there's a part of them that's like that just feels like this person is holding them back. And yeah, they're gonna express to you exactly like what how they feel. Again, they're gonna again tell you everything, do a declaration on what they feel. I just feel like that this person is with a karmic, has got like was in the process of leaving that person, got lured back in because it were never 100% out, and then got really confused and then stayed away again, hoping that you would come after them and make a big stink again, make it easier for them so that they could hold on to the karmic. And what they see is that that's not going to happen and that you're going to let go of them. And that's what they feel. They feel like too much time has gone by. They're getting a lot of anxiety. And so they're going to, again, come rushing in unexpected. It's almost like you're gonna hear from this person out of the blue and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, it's like the last person that on a date, it's a great day, you're having a great day, everything's going great, and then you're gonna hear from this person, you're gonna be like, what? And they're gonna tell you again everything that you would have wanted to hear a long time ago. The problem is that they leave out information, and that information is that like though their relationship is over, they're still not 100% out of that connection. And I feel like they've tried to hold on to this person a few times, and so you have to literally make sure that they're fully out of that connection, because like I said, this person has passion and love for you, but I feel like they're not 100% out. And my recommendation is that I wouldn't even see them until the fall, because that's their thing. It's like if they're coming to you in the summer to talk to you to see where you are, then you need to again like be like, don't talk to me until you're fully out in the fall. It's like I don't want to have anything to do with that. And you should date until that person comes back. And the reason why is because it's like you don't want to make it like you waited for this person the whole time. You want to make sure that like they it was allowed that they were got confused. Well, now maybe you're a little confused because you want the person to respect you. You want them to sweat it a little bit. It's like they felt that comfortable to, kind of ghost and stay away and try to manipulate you to have you come back. And that didn't happen. So now it's like you give them no choice. You give them no choice. And that's exactly what would need to happen. It's like, and I feel like it's supposed to happen. That is divinely supposed to happen because this person's not supposed to stay with the person that they're with. Now, you might say, well, so I'm supposed to get them. Listen, if you truly have feelings for this person, then you would take them back because you would understand that they were in a connection with somebody for a long time and they got confused. But they would have to prove it to you. That's why I said you'd have to date. And so you'd have to, again, do something different. A lot of people say, well, after they did all that, I wouldn't. But if they were somebody that you really loved, and we're going to see how you feel about this person, like, are they someone significant to you? I need you to trust me and believe I am working towards union with you. This is, I believe, your person is again working it out. Let's ask with a completely different deck. How do you feel about this person? Because this person doesn't know whether or not you would want to be with them. They're going on the past. Again, would you still be interested in me? Again, they care, it's bothering them. Um, let's see, so many things remind me of you, so they're still on your mind. You still are thinking about them. I wish I could share my good news with you. You missed the friendship that you had with them. We will be together again. Like I feel like again, so in this story, now it doesn't mean that it's everybody, but in this particular story, it's like you do want to be with this person, even though they lied, even though they, got confused. So, I feel like again, if you date and you don't just let this person back into your life and you make them prove to you, then you should let this person back into your life. If that's really the way that you feel like I feel connected, I just feel know in my heart that they would always come back to me. I know, even though I knew what their situation was, I love them. I want them to be in my life. And I feel like then you need to again allow that person, you needed to allow that person to go through their process. And so, like I said, in this story, it says like that again, I need you to trust me, believe me, I'm working my way back to you. And it's because it's a process to leave that karmic. It's like this, it's not going to be easy. It's like they don't want to hurt that person's feelings. They don't want to disrupt. They have children. They don't want to disrupt what's going on in their children's lives. It's that it's a lot, and it takes confidence. This, like I said, this person has not been with that person in years. It's, you know what I mean? It was more or less like they were always on the outs. It was never working. This person has separated from this person more times than cod has got liver pills, as they used to say. I mean, it was like a revolving door. And so, the karmic was like, well, this is just what our relationship is. And would lie and say that it was passionate because at one time there was passion, but that's all that there was because there was never an emotional connection. And that's the thing. And if there was, it's been gone for many, many, many years, which is why your person again goes out and has relationships with a lot of different people and needed to be the spotlight. Again, you were just supposed to be another one of those people. You were not one of those people. You again, actually, they see the difference. There's a sense of again, feeling bad, and this person doesn't normally feel bad. they don't have normally have a need or a want to repair anything, right? It's again, they don't care about it. So we have to ask is like, what has made this person like change? Like, right? Because you might be like, well, why are they all of a sudden changing? Well, again, like just because people have blocks and shadows doesn't mean that it can't end well. I mean, if there's love, the whole thing is that unconditional love helps transmute a spiritual block. And so in this story, it can, as long as you hold yourself to a level that you make this person uh work their way back into your life, meaning you're not always available, that you're not rolling out the red carpet, that you're not saying, I'm going to treat them the way I want to be treated. No, no, no. You treat yourself the way you want to be treated. And then you make that person earn their way back in. And that's through how much you give them. And it's through how much they give you. So again, you're not going to give them a lot. It means that you're going to have a life of other things that fill you emotionally. And then that person, because you need to train them to respect you. And that's not a you thing. That's this person doesn't respect. Like in their previous relationships, they were living with someone that that they've been checked out of. So this person doesn't respect that person, especially if they're like sleeping around with everybody and just compartmentalizing, like I have to be with you. So, that's how they're used to treating people like that. So you would need to again hold the mark to say this is how you'd have to treat me. And you might say, they're not going to do that. Well, listen, will they get annoyed that they have to do it? Yes. That because people don't like boundaries. People don't like to, but if you're a good catch and you're really invested in your life and you don't care. The attitude is, I don't care whether you do it or not. And that's the thing when you are embodied in your energy, which is what I believe that you did. You were like, well, the hell with this. You're like, I'm not going to be with you while you're with somebody else, and you're not going to give me an option. Like, I need to be with that person too. Like, I don't want to have a monogamy type of relationship. It's like, this is not like, it's like you need to respect me. And so you have to make a person do that. Otherwise, people are going to do what's comfortable for them. And it's selfish, but this person was not invested in you. Remember, they were invested in the karmic. So you have to remind them, yay, you have lust for me, you have passion for me. Well, guess what? In order to have that passion, you have to respect me and you have to do A, B, C, you have to spell it out. It's like, because it's not that this person will come back, but they're not going to come back correct. And it's like because it's again, that person's still there. They're not 100% on the karma. It's just like, so what? You're gonna fucking leave. You're gonna just come back as you always do. And if you don't, I'll come for you, and I'll guilt you, and you'll eventually come back to me anyway. So you don't want that. And that's why I said they're not going to do anything. They haven't moved out until they talk to you to know where you're at. Do I have something to leave for? So that becomes a whole other bag of nuts too. I dive in and out of relationships because again, I could never really give anything to any of the relationships before. And that's really the truth. It's like, because I had someone at home, so I could never really give anybody anything. You're like the first person that I'm actually like want to make a change for. And I feel like it's because you were like, again, I'm not tolerating it, Yeah, I'm not tolerating this crap. I have sexual fantasies about you. Of course they do, because they wouldn't want to be with you. They definitely wouldn't move out, and they haven't given the time to actually get to know you on an emotional level. So of course, what is the catalyst? It's the passion that makes people want to leave. This person should want to leave anyway because they're not growing in that connection. They're compartmentalizing and they're not happy. And so, and I don't believe the karmic is either. I just believe the karmic is like, I like what it looks like. It's familiar. I don't want to have to look for anybody. So what? Love isn't really real anyway. It's like, it's okay. Like this is, we love each other. This is the way that we love. This is the way that we do it. And your person's like, no, this isn't healthy. This isn't normal. Because I wouldn't feel this way for somebody else. And that's why, but they're not confident. And that's the thing, because they're with like, again, this karmic that has to, beat them down in order for them to like be subservient, let's face it. And that's why your person tends to be very confused, and they got very confused easily. Like, am I doing the right thing? I don't want to be a bad person. It's like, do I love this person? Why do I care? And it's because it's been pounded into their skull how they need to be for a long time. And logically, it made sense. Intuitively, this person knows that they're connected to you, but they were not tapped into themselves intuitively. They were tapped into themselves logically. They wanted to do what was right. Problem is that they still had feelings for you. They're still having sexual fantasies about you, where normally they're like, I don't normally care. By now, it's out of my system. I sleep around with 1,000 different people and have lived this way, and I'm completely fine. So I don't understand. I like, again, normally don't have that, but I'm still like suffering. I'm still thinking about you. And it's like, and I'm tired of like this long distance, even if they're not living far from you, they're still, again, you're so distant from them at this point, because you didn't come chasing after them. Like, okay, you made your decision, you stayed there, okay. Like, clearly you're not here. And this person wasn't used to that. Again, they're used to dating low vibe people, because who the hell is going to date somebody that doesn't give them anything, that's attached to somebody else? Eventually, you're going to know that they're, with somebody else, because they're not barely giving you anything. I don't know what I want. And that's the real issue. So it's, again, they have a lot of feelings for you, but they get confused very easily. And what we see here is sometimes they want it, but then sometimes they reminisce. And that karmic, I feel like, confuses them, because it says, oh, this time, that time, again, brings up time, but like is really trying to, again, keep it together. Keep the money together, keep, the nostalgia, keep like, keep salvage, like not make like the time that they spent like a waste almost. Like, it's what I feel like the karmic is like that. But then your person's like, I think the world of you. So they're really confused. And that's what we see right now. We see, like, again, that they want to get out. And that's why they say, I can't really make a decision until I see you, because I don't know what's going on in your life. I haven't been around you. Yes, I still have feelings for you. I still think about you. You're still on my mind. You're still like, I still have so much passion for you. However, there's still that karmic in this person's ear. So they're like, if I see you and then we have a conversation, I'll know where you stand. And then if you are free and you're not, then I'll leave. But it's, again, that right as of right now, this person's still bobbing back and forth by being like, can I live here? Can I, like, trying to, like, not really doing anything? So, like I said, that's why I said, be careful when they run into you or reach out to you, because, like I said, I feel like they're going to leave out the fact that they're still connected to that karmic. And that would be a huge problem for you, because then it's going to make you look bad. It's going to, like, where this person isn't being honest. It's like, and we saw that in the beginning, we saw that in the middle, and we see that in the end. It's like they're just not strong enough. they'll say that they'll leave, and they've left 1,000 times, but they never leave 100% that karmic. And I don't really see them doing it now. I see them checking it out later. But again, maybe not even doing it then, like I said, being strong enough, because it doesn't seem like they're strong enough. They keep bobbing back and forth. So we have to say, why did you attract this person into your life? Because you're a mirror of whom what comes into your life. What did you need to learn? Obviously, if this person's connected to somebody else, you don't want to be with them. Maybe you do, for those that don't care. But for those of you that don't want to, and find that this is the person's being hurtful and very selfish, because again, they're not strong enough, but they, want to hold on to you, but they still want to hold on to that karmic. What are you supposed to learn from this? Because I feel like you already walked away. So you learned, because you were like, I'm not going to be with you. But you have to still say, what was I supposed to learn? Because obviously you don't want to attract somebody else that is going to be not available for you, because somebody that's with somebody else is not available. Can't be in two places at one time. And so you have to say, I don't want to relive that karmic theme. I don't want to be with somebody. I don't want to attract somebody that's going to make me feel that way. So why did I attract that person into my life? Water. The water is all about being able to go with the flow of life, right? It's like your second chakra is all about your unique individuality. That's who you perceive that you are. And I believe that you were brought up in an environment where it was very demanding, that, you had a very controlling parent, and you weren't able to really go with the flow of your own life. You had to listen to this person. And so this person made you feel unworthy. Again, growing up in an environment that, there's emotional abuse, like where our parent might have had suffered from so much anxiety. I feel like it wasn't even like your parent was bad. They suffered from anxiety, and you inherited that anxiety because your parent made you feel bad about yourself. This person kind of tried to, again, made you feel obviously not important either, if they're giving time and energy to somebody else. And your second chakra is not just about being able to go with the flow of life. It's all about your relationships, how balanced you are. And so this person didn't kind of wanted you to compromise. If you notice, they didn't want to let go of their comfortability, because their comfortability is really, I don't want to get rid of the karma because I'm actually comfortable in working together with this person. Maybe they run the house together and they do a good job. Again, they've been together for a while. So it's like there's a good flow with that. And so with them, and so they're like, I don't want to be uncomfortable, and they're ignoring your emotional needs. And so clearly you wouldn't be able to go with the flow in that relationship. So it's the same thing, being restricted in an environment. You grew up restricted by a parent that had, first of all, anxiety. So you thought that they were always angry, but always nervous. So you inherited that. And then on top of it, person that has anxiety will always have you questioning why you want to do what you do, why you like what you like. And that is what made you question everything and become overstimulated. So the need to control, again, when we don't feel safe. If you're making me feel like I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, well, then I'm going to want to control. I'm not going to want to go with the flow, because I'm not going to want to feel abandoned. And so I feel like as a child, unless you did what your parents wanted you to do, there was a sense of, again, punishment, feeling like you weren't important, feeling unworthy is that, right? Like I'm not important, I'm not cared about. So again, that love comes with conditions, where Love doesn't come with conditions, not real love. Real love, there is no expectation, there is no ownership, it just is. So again, feeling like you're not good enough for love would be, again, a trauma because you grew up in an environment that showed you if I'm really who I am, it's like it's not approved. I feel unworthy. So I have to be what you want me to be. And then on top of it, all the other, again, the anxiety and the other inherited stuff. And so wonder where spirit's saying, like, this this connection is not for you to go back into because this person doesn't know what they want. And so when you grow up in an environment where you felt unworthy, you clearly didn't feel supported. It's like, again, whatever I wanted to do, I wasn't allowed. I wasn't allowed to put the energy into like things that I was interested in, or if I was interested and I put energy into it, I was always questioned, why do you like that? Why are you doing that? Why? So it made you insecure. And when a person is insecure, they don't go out into the world and explore. And when they are brought up with a parent that has a lot of anxiety, that's going to make them not feel good about themselves, they're not going to assert themselves enough to go out and try things on their own either. And I'm not saying that as a blame game. When we get other gifts from growing up in an environment where with what our parents' beliefs are. And they say, you should go to college, you should do this, you should do that. It's not that we don't get gifts, but there's a sense of not really knowing what we want. And if we grew up in an environment that made us feel unworthy, then we'd be kind of afraid to like really express ourselves too, because we might be seen as bad or again, not really approved on. So what spirit's saying is this person not being able to choose you brought up a lot of the same energy of feeling like not worthy, not feeling good enough, not being able to go with the flow of your own life. Second chakra is your unique individuality, your passion for life. You don't even know fully what those things are. And so Spirit says, the wonder, what's the wonder in you? The wonder within the world. Where, like, again, what stirs your soul up? It's like, it's not to be with this person, with what's familiar, going back into an environment where the person's going to control you, going to restrict you because of their spiritual blocks, because of their relationships. And for what? To make you feel like you're not deserving to be with love, to have love, because they can't give it, because they feel more responsible for someone else, because they don't know what they want, because they don't really want to be uncomfortable. Because it's not about love. It's more about convenience, comfortability. It's just easier. I don't lose my money. It's all me, 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 and nothing about you. And what Spirit's saying is, so your feelings don't matter. This is what it would make you feel like. I don't matter. It's like, and Spirit says, so that's an absolutely no, we don't want to like go back into that energy because they're not clear about what they want. So be on guard for like, again, I miss you, I made mistakes, da, 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 da. All you really want to know is, did you leave that person? And if you did, let me see the divorce papers. And let me see, like, again, really be sure, because if you wanted to be with this person, but Spirit says, don't be with this person. I say, don't be with this person, but I give you free will. It's like, because you can have the opportunity to be with this person and have it play out the way you want it to play out. Because like I said, they're coming in to see what it is. Are you single? Again, they're planning on leaving, but they would say that they left before they actually left again. And that's why I'm saying it's like this person, no. And so we end off with freedom through faith. I calm my thoughts and rise above fear. I free myself of all the doubt by entrusting my doubts to God. I have faith in God's Perfect timing and placement. I trust his will and find freedom. So what Spirit is saying is it's um like be like don't be with this person. Again, be free. Be free, but when that also means don't have expectations of anything. Have faith. Go out into the world and you know and know that everything is in divine time. So you're still gonna meet somebody, and that's someone that you'll have feelings for, like deep feelings for, someone that you really feel connected to. But the whole freedom is freedom to think the way that you want to think, to to identify with yourself the way that you want to identify with yourself, to go out and have a love affair with yourself, to fill your cup all the way up to the top, to find what stirs up your soul, to like why you want to get up out of bed every morning, go and see the sights, connect with all different people, really know yourself because you still have spiritual blocks. Now, you wouldn't have known that if it wasn't for this person coming into your life, but you still had this energy feeling unworthy somewhat to like put up with breadcrumbs because this person was trying to hold on to you and lied to you before. And like I said, it's not like they don't have feelings. They do have feelings, and that's what you would feel. Oh, this person has feelings, they're clearly coming back, and the spirit's saying it's again, no. It's like freedom through faith. It's like you have faith. Faith is a bridge that connects you to what you sow, to what you reap. Put your time and energy into yourself, fill your cup up all the way. And again, understand that everything that is placed within your path is helping you to evolve back into the place of unconditional love, your true energy, and that this person was a karmic mate that at the end of the day, you pass the karmic test, thank God, because like I said, this person is just very selfish. And he said it looks like they would try to like have their cake and eat it too, that they would try to be with both, even though they're not with that person. Eventually, this person, when you're in a compartmentalized relationship where you're giving one person like the responsibilities to run your house and to do these things for you, there is an emotional bond that's built up. It's not in the bedroom, but it's still an emotional bond. It's still respond like with the loyalty. And so this person that has such feelings for you that are so passionate and sexual and all this, eventually that passion would go away and they would then disrespect you because again you allowed them to disrespect you and they're putting you in that position. Now, are they aware that that's what would happen? I feel like on a subconscious level, I actually do feel like that they know that that would happen because this person has dived in and out of relationships the whole time that they've been with this karmic, and the karmic knows this too. So they're like, I don't care. Go and like hook up with this person. You'll get it out of your system. You'll come back to me because that's how it's always been, and that's how it will always be. And so it's almost like you need to just not even touch that with the 10-foot pole. Again, freedom, free yourself by, again, creating yourself. And that will be how that energy really gets transmuted. And once you put the energy into yourself, you create a new reality for yourself, which will make you see yourself as very worthy instead of being with this person that would again make you feel again unworthy. And I feel like you've done work on yourself. That's why you didn't fall for it. That's why you were like, no, I'm not doing this the first time. So you did well. I'm going to leave that there, Scorpio. You let me know how you resonated, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.